What's going on, Prop Nation? Here we are in the Drew Estate Experience Acid Lounge. We've made some exciting progress. We actually have the new bar that was just delivered last night. Absolutely stunning. This came from Nick's Tiki Bars, Nick's Tiki Huts. Found Nick on Etsy. He's in the Daytona area. Reached out to him. I loved his bars. I drove up there. We chatted, told him what I wanted to have done, and I wanted something a little extra special done that he and his crew have never done before, but absolutely knocked it out of the park. I'll bring you here closer to show you that in a minute. Plus, we're getting our electrical done. So come with me on this little tour of showing you some of the progress we have made lately. All right, so first up, as you can see a little bit close up of the bar, we have a nice little footrest all the way around, nice beveled edges so people can stand at. The one thing we are missing are bar stools. Looks like we're gonna need probably 4 to 6 bar stools. If there is, and yes, this is me pandering, if there is a manufacturer that is out there that would like to sponsor some bar stools, Dream Seat Recliner makes some fantastic bar stools with the backs on them. You can have your logo engraved on there. You know how many pictures we take. Those bar stools are always going to be in the background. Hint, hint. So I need between 4 and 6 bar stools. Yes, we need a couple of lounge chairs as well. This studio, it's going to be an homage to the cigar industry. We've got, like I said, we've got the big wall here that is just going to be full of signage. So if we got any makers out there, manufacturers that want to send us some signage, we love to rep your stuff. But let's come take a look at the backside of this bar, because this is actually going to be the bar that we're going to be broadcasting from. Let's come back up to the front to the minute. So as Jessica and I are broadcasting from behind, there's actually going to be a big screen TV right here, and then that will cycle through our ads. So we really don't have to interrupt the show by putting up those things on the screen. That takes away a little bit from the show, but putting up those things is what pays for the show. So we're not getting rid of them. I just need a new way to automate that and then show all of our sponsors in a bigger light, you know, if you will. So the one thing I wanted, so when we're gonna hold some events here, hopefully quarterly, we'll bring a manufacturer in and chat with them. But when we're holding events, you know, we wanted to be able to use the bar as like a big serving table, if you will, so we can put a lot of food on there. So I didn't really want the cutout. So Nick's team, this is the first time they've ever done this, has made a little filler thing, and it just sets down, so we'll be able to set it out of the way. It's got a couple of rods here to support everything. And then this is where, you know, our laptops will be. We'll be able to hide all of our cords and everything underneath here, which will be really nice. So, and then we can sit a little bit closer as we're broadcasting. And then obviously when we're all done, he made these cool little T brackets that go in here. And then this just sits right back on. It's got a little lip that slides underneath, and it just drops on. And then now we have a big serving area. We can store some stools underneath here if we need to push this out of the way for any type of event, because we did have them put it on wheels, so we can just push it out of the way wherever it is we need to be. If we want to get jiggy with it on the floor here, we can do whatever. We will not be doing that, but we have the capability of getting jiggy if it so pleases us. So let's take a little bit of tour. You probably see some wiring and stuff hanging down. So let's go check that out and explain. Probably wonder, a few of you have already probably wondering, what the hell is that outlet doing up there? So we'll start off with all of the wiring hanging from the ceiling. We have, and it'll be 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12 recessed lights inside here. So we got 3 directly above the bar. We've got 3 more right here. You can see these loops hanging down. 3 more right there. Each set of 3 lights will be controlled by 1 switch. So we can just turn the ones on above the bar, or we can turn them on in front of the bar, however we want to do this. If we push the bar over to this wall, we actually do have a little table come in here. Well, we can have lights above this as well. And like I said, you're probably noticing some of the electrical. As you can see, we've got 1 box up here, and we've got a box up top there, a box up top here. So my mandate was everywhere on the floor that there is a box like this one where you'd normally find your outlet, there is a matching one directly above it. We've got a lot of light signs that we want to put in. We've got, in this space right here, will be 3 rabbit airs that we're going to mount high. Nothing sucks worse than dragging or bringing that cord all the way down, plugging it into one of your bottom outlets, and then using up all your bottom outlets. So we'll be able to put a rabbit air right here, and then just plug it right in there. You won't see any of the cords. Same thing with all of the lights all the way around. In the corner here, we'll have a couple of lounge chairs, kind of kitty cornered right here. We'll have a big screen TV right here in the corner. So we got an outlet on either side of the big screen TV that we can plug it into without having to drop those cords all the way down. I'll run the coax and Cat 5 up there as well. And then, so it's all hidden behind the TV. So I don't want anything being dropped down. We've got a cord here. This will be a ceiling fan here. We've got another ceiling fan over there. We've got this cord right here is for our exhaust fan. I was just talking with the air conditioning guy yesterday. So he ordered the 2 commercial grade exhaust fans. We do have one in the office now that we're using, and it's an inline duct fan. But he's essentially going to do the same thing, but he's got a different style that he wants to use inside here that has replaceable filters. So none of that, well, a lot of that smoke and everything in the smoke doesn't get through there and eventually clog or stick to those blades and make it inefficient, because those inline duct fans are completely sealed and non-serviceable, and they're very expensive. So you definitely want to protect those as long as you can. I can't wait to pull that one down out of the attic that we have in the other room and see what that looks like on the inside. So that's what we got going on here. In here, we've got, as we're standing right inside here, this will be the humidor. So we've got 3 outlets inside here for the humidor to do whatever it is that we want to do. We've definitely got some lighting we want to put in here. Now I didn't do the outlets above because all the lighting is going to come down below, and then same with the humidifier that we're going to put in here. And then eventually there will be a wall that goes between it'll be put up about right here. We're not quite sure. So then now we're standing in my office. We've got a recessed light here. We've got a ceiling fan here, and then another recessed light right behind the camera. And then we will have a 4th rabbit air. So this one will be inside my office right here, hanging up on the wall, so we can get the smoke out of the office, so it doesn't have to go the smoke around the corner here. And this is how we would enter and exit the office. Right now we've got a window right here that goes into my garage. We still got to cut that out, frame that out, because that is going to be a door. And then if you'll notice right down here, that is the dryer vent for our dryer. We now have no way of venting our dryer to the outside. Let me adjust my tripod there. Now we have no way of exhausting our dryer outside. It used to go out the back of the house, but then we built our bedroom there. So I'm like, all right, not a big deal. We'll just change it and bring it out this way. And then now we're blocking it there. So we could tear apart the wall, run piping up the wall, vent it out the attic or out the roof. But I really don't want to do that. I really don't want to cut a hole in the roof. So and that'll be another review coming soon, will be the new dryer that we just had dropped off yesterday, delivered. The new Samsung ventless dryer. It uses heat pump technology. It is a little smaller, so we're kind of curious on how that's going to work. Those things are super expensive. Typical dryer, like high end, what, $600, $700, $800? This thing was like $1,400 for a ventless heat pump dryer, so you don't need any ducting that goes outside. Doesn't release any hot air into the room, and it actually has a water capture where it captures all the water in a tray. So we've got we'll have an unboxing coming of that, and then we'll have a long-term review, because there's like 2 videos on YouTube on ductless dryers or ventless dryers, and I couldn't gather enough information, so I was like, rolled the dice and hopefully it'll work out. But this is where we're at right now. The new Drew Estate Experience Acid Lounge is coming along. We're hoping. My contractor has said, you know, we've only got 2 to 3 weeks worth of work left and we'll be done. I've been hearing that for 9 months, which I understand. Like I said, you know, construction, it's just crazy right now. The hurricane, you know, devastated a lot of areas in our area. So this is a fairly small project for a lot of these builders. Nobody wants to come out and work on something small. They want to do these big projects for these houses that have major damage. So we've got a little bit of an issue there. So it is what it is. We're working through it. I would love to see this done before. Well, there's no way it'll be done before the end of the year, because once he's done with this project, and then I've got to come in and decide what size office that I want, and then what size humidor that I'm going to need. And then I've got to build that wall. That wall is a weekend project. That's a piece of cake. Just knock out the wall. It'll be done. And then start building out the humidor. That's going to take a little bit of time. That's going to take probably at least a month to build that out. But once he's done hanging the drywall, I come in, I'm finishing the drywall myself, doing all the spraying, texturing, doing all the painting. I'll be doing the floorings myself, and then he'll come in right after me, do all the finish electrical, put all the outlets in, and then we'll get our certificate of occupancy, and then we'll be well, in business, so to say. It's not going to be an actual business. It will be for us. You know, we're, like I said earlier, we're going to be holding some events here, you know, like once a quarter or so, you know, but it's not going to be sales events or anything else. It's just going to be bringing guys and gals in and just spending the day, you know, smoking some cigars, bullshitting. So it should be super fun. So I'm excited. Electrical's started. They got some more work to do on Monday. So I'm super excited. I'm glad they kind of spaced out all the outlet or all the switches, because I was originally going to have a switch panel about this big. I'm going to have switches everywhere controlling everything. But that's a good thing about visiting other lounges and then having my studio for the last 2 years. I've kind of learned what I need, what I don't need, and what's super important that I absolutely must have. Like I said, the one thing was the electrical up high I needed to have it. So yeah, so that's it. That's our latest update on the new Drew Estate Experience Acid Lounge / studio. Like I said, I need some signage from some manufacturers. So reach out to me. I need bar stools, and I need a couple of lounge chairs. So yeah, and then and there's probably 100 other things that I need that I'm not even thinking about. So all right, cats and kittens, we'll catch you on the next update.